Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, very quick video. I was going to say, as I said, I was going to show you the settings for the Coolerworx. So we have this central pin here, which is what defines where the gear stick will move to, sideways that is. So we've got, these all come in a pack. You have to take them out, small ones for locking and these larger ones for working out where to go. So obviously this one here, this side, this is determined where 5th and 6th are when we pull it over towards us. This one here, the slightly bigger one, is determines where 1st and 2nd are, and this one here determines where reverse is. So as you can see, as I pull it over, if I pull up, so this lever here, as we pull this up, that moves that out of the way so we can get it right across into reverse. It's interesting because I think this is enough, this clip is enough that you wouldn't actually need the extra spring in the gearbox. So that's something I'll have to find out about, I think. But so that's what you do. You adjust these up so that they're in the right place. This arm here, I didn't have to adjust it too much. I play with it a little bit. Basically 10mm spanner to lock it out, and then once, if you unlock it, if you twist it this way, it'll move it'll move the gear stick this way. If you move it the other way, it'll move the gear stick this way. And you just need to play around with that until you get it into the right spaces for your for where it's 1st and 2nd. So what I did is, first of all, find 1st gear, put it in, and then what I did is tighten up this bolt to the point where I could actually reach. So as you can see, it comes back a little bit. What I did is tighten it up a little bit more until you couldn't get into 1st gear anymore, then backed it off a bit, right? And then pop it back, and obviously this arm here then needs to be in a space where it does pop back, and then you should be able to then just push that into 3rd / push it into 4th, right? So if you've moved it too far, it won't go into 3rd or 4th. So once you've done that, you're good, and then it's just the same the other way. Now pushing this way, working out without this pin in place, working out where you can get it into 5th, and then just slowly tweaking that till you can't get it in, then back it off again. So very quick rundown of what I've done. Now there was so one thing that a Ming Lo, I hope I pronounced that right, probably not, because I'm not very good at other languages, but thank you for your comment, and a very good comment, very important one, I think, for some people. So for some to consider anyway. So there is a rubber gasket that sits around the old gear stick it sits in between the chassis and the gear stick itself, or the what is it, the frame of so it sits between the chassis and the frame. I didn't pull that off, but his suggestion was maybe, taking that off and reusing it on here could be quite a good idea. And the other thing is, where this base is here, where it seals up underneath onto the frame, he's thought that was another good idea, to maybe give that a coat of silicone or some form of sealant that you might want to use. I probably wouldn't use silicone myself. I'm just trying to think what, I bought some stuff the other day I'd probably use, but I didn't do any of that. At the moment, the road noise is not any different, I wouldn't have thought. I will, as I said, when I get this car up in the air again, we'll take a few bits and pieces off and have a look and see if there is any possibility of mud coming up there or not. There does seem to be a bit of dirt down there at the moment. I'm not sure if that's coming from underneath there or not, but it's a really good idea. So Ming Lo, thank you very much for pointing that out. For the rest of the users who are going to do this, certainly a very good idea. But anyway, right, so I've got the Allen keys in here just to show you, and I forgot to get a spanner for this one. Now I believe this was 8mm, 7mm, 8mm on this spanner. So this hex key is a 3.5mm. So you'll need 3.5mm for tightening it. It seems a little bit sloppy. I don't know if your 4 will fit in there, but let's try that. No, 3.5 definitely. So 3.5 for tightening up. This is for 1st gear, 1st and 2nd. Tighten up that one, and obviously you've got to, this one's a bit of a challenge because you've got to hold it in place. He says, and it doesn't help that I don't have the spanner, but what I suggest you try and do is, when you've got it where you need it, you want to really be able to hold it up against something so that it's not going to spin anywhere when you tighten up this nut. So that's that one. There is, with the kit, there's 2 of these, but obviously you don't need one on the other side, not for this car anyway. So now this one here, so 2mm on here, this is a 1/16. So these 2 locking grub screws, this one and this one, this one and this one, loosen them off, then you can adjust this in and out as you need to, and then tighten this up as much as you can so that they don't move when you're finished. So that's how we've adjusted this thing. So there you go. Any questions, please chuck them in the comments below. Like I've said, what we will do at some point is I'm going to work out what I want to do with this area here. I have left most of it inside at the moment, but I will want to do something, because obviously I've got this floating around, and I've also got the seat heater buttons and the mirror adjusters floating around, which I don't want to have forever and a day, but at the moment this is what we've got. So that's how you adjust it. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.